Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe's Classic Video Games, back with another really cool arcade game video for you today. We've got a special one here in the showroom today. This is, of course, the old school Midway Galaxian upright arcade game cabinet. Now, we filmed one of these before, the upright, and we filmed the cocktail version, which I've actually got sitting there beside it because we still got it in our store. But this one is particularly interesting because this is the actual Galaxian that was in Disney's Disney Quest arcade for the last 15 years or whatever, however long it's been open. I believe they closed down a few years ago and they were open 10, 12 years, something like that. You can look all that up online. But this is the actual cabinet that was in there. So if you ever went to Disney Quest in Orlando, Florida, at the park, you played on this machine if you played Galaxian. We've cleaned it up a little bit. We repaired the game board, had a little bit of something going on, and but it was still up and running. We rebuilt the monitor, it looked horrible. Got it looking pretty good, and of course it plays great. So I figured I'd film a little video since it's kind of a little bit of a special one just because of its association with Disney, and I really like Galaxian. It's a fun game. So here's the original side art, or what's left of it. They kind of silk screened this on, and if you look really close, like on the back here, there's like a vinyl on the game, right? And so this side is like that too. Sometimes when you see the wear, you can see it. Yeah, there you go. That's a good illustration of it. It's kind of like a textured vinyl. It looked great, I'm sure, when it first came out, but the artwork will wear right off of these if you clean them. So you can see that the white we've got pretty clean, but some of the areas where it's white, like this, we've left alone, because if you start rubbing on that with just soapy water, this yellow and the blue will come right off, and even the green. You've probably seen before how these get like a wear pattern on them. Also the Pac-Mans and Miss Pac-Mans. But see these little trails there? That's just from someone cleaning this with water or any kind of cleaner will just take that stuff right off. So you've got to be very careful when you clean them, or you will lose the original art. Now they make reproduction art, but come on, it's reproduction. We want the original stuff, right? So as long as we can keep a pretty good bit of it like that, I mean, it doesn't look perfect, and it's worn, and it's a little bit dirty even. I don't like selling games that are dirty, but as long as we can keep it where it looks fairly presentable and it's the original stuff, I would rather opt with that. Oh, and the other factor in all of that is it doesn't cost anything to leave it how it is, you know? So you're saving a couple $100, and you've still got the original art. So you have to spend money to get rid of the original stuff. I would much rather keep the original. But you can see that this down here is actually yellow, and it's all gone. That may have been inked back in as well. If they did a very good job, the black part. But I think, if I remember correctly, the black is pretty resilient, but the colors will all come off. So that's the artwork on this side. Let's look at the artwork on this side, and then I'll show you what they did to the cabinet for Disney. So this side is in about the same shape. You've got plenty of scratches and stuff there on the actual artwork. Some people, there's different camps in all of this. Some people want it to look brand new. They want it to look exactly how it looked when they were a kid, but it's, you know, I would contend that when you were a kid, you don't remember what the hell it looked like. You remember kind of the general shape of it, but you're basing what it looked like on the picture on a flyer or something, you know? In the arcade, most of these were beat up a little bit. Now, if they're dirty, yeah, you don't want something dirty in your house, you know? But if they're clean and they're just worn a little bit, man, I'd prefer to have them like that. And again, like I said, it doesn't cost as much to repair them, refresh them. What was the word that everybody was telling me the other day? I was trying to figure out what word to use. It's not repair. Well, repair is fine, but it's not restore. We don't restore them around here. Maybe refresh, What was the word? Somebody came up with a perfect one. Maybe I'll think of it. Now I'm going to show you a picture of this thing out on location. They also had a plastic overlay over the control panel, which wasn't original, but they put on there, I guess, because they probably had tons of people playing this thing. So we took that off, because, you know, to hell with that. We repainted the black on the control panel to get it looking nice and smooth again, but that's the original control panel overlay. Unfortunately, they had replaced the joystick already, so it's got a new joystick in it. They also had, if you see in the picture, the buttons were, one was yellow and one was blue or something like that, where they had put the wrong buttons in, so we put new buttons in. We repainted around the monitor, get it nice and blacked out. And then the marquee was all destroyed. Everywhere the black is, it was pretty much gone, so there are all these little flecks on it. So we repainted the back, we spray painted over the black to make it look a little better. Doesn't look perfect, but we don't want to change the marquee and put a new one on it because it has the cool Disney sticker on it. You got to save the Disney sticker. That's the whole point of the game being cool. It was the actual one at Disney, but we did replace the T-molding. They had some nasty T-molding on there that was destroyed, so we put new green T-molding on it, which we always thought looks great on Galaxian. Right? So we're not refurbishing. That's the word, refurbishing. We're not restoring it. We're refurbishing it, people. We've refurbished this game. So here's what Disney did to put it in Disney Quest. The first thing they did was they put this little sign on it, right? And it's a little crooked. If you look in the picture that I'm going to put on here, you can see the sign's in the same place, and it's a little crooked. It says, "Please limit game time so that other guests may play Disney Quest." And that's the little, would you call that a parrot? Isn't that from Aladdin? I'm not up on my Disney cartoons like I should be, folks. I started watching them all again a few months ago, but I got to about Dumbo and I stopped. So I need to get back on that. I want to watch all of them, all the Disney movies. Okay, so it says, they also took the coin door off the game. The coin door is completely gone. And they put this little metal plate on here. That's metal, it's not wood. And they put a little bracket on it. And they put a start button on it, which keeps spinning around all over the place, right? And it says, "Step 1, credits. Press for credits." And you can see that they made the little Disney sticker with the little Mickey ears. Step 1, credits. Press for credits. And they did this, I think, to every game in there. Now, I never went to Disney Quest, so I didn't see this out on location. But I believe they did this to every game in the building. Now, the strange thing is that Galaxian has a free play mode. But the free play mode is kind of boring because it just sits there like that and says, "Push the start button." Hey, jerk, read the screen. Push the start button. Push the start button. So I guess Disney was thinking there's no attract mode. So see, this one is still on credits. And it shows you the game playing, which is much more cool. But it has a built-in attract mode where a free play mode where you just set it on free play, but it no longer does the attract mode. Some games did, some games didn't. Some games would just say free play on the screen and it would still do the same attract mode and show you how it's played and the ship going around and all of that. Not some Galaxians, none of the Galaxians did. I'm just saying some companies, whenever they designed the free play mode, they left it like this to where it still goes through its little thing. But not on Galaxian. And I think that was a midway thing, because I think when you put Miss Pac-Man on free play and Pac-Man on free play, it does the same thing. It just says free play, press the start button. So one, it doesn't look as cool. Two, you're going to get crazy burn in with that. I mean, you're going to get push start button burned into the damn tube if you do that. And this does have the original, as far as we could tell, they may have swapped the tube at some point, but it has an original G07 CRT monitor in it. We rebuilt. So you're still going to get burn in on this one because you're going to get the 1-up and the high score at the top burning in. You're going to get the game over burning in the middle because it says it the whole time. And you're going to get the credit 0 down at the bottom burned in because it says it the whole time. I guess it doesn't say game over the whole time, but you're still going to get this stuff burned in. Right? But on this one, you're going to get everything burned in, and you're not seeing any movement on the screen, so it's less likely that somebody's actually going to play it. They call it an attract mode because it would attract you to play it, right? Now, so maybe that's why Disney did it this way. But the whole thing is they now have, if you go on KLOV.com, the forums there, they have made free play kits and even just ROMs for like every classic game. So I'm sure, I don't know where it is, but I am positive if I went and looked, I could get a free play ROM for this game. You just download the file, you burn one of the ROMs, you put it back on the board, and now it does free play, and it has the attract mode. So they should have done that. And if you're going to go through all the trouble to take off the coin door and put, wire a button into the thing and all that, and then try to get people to read the little tiny sign instead of reading on the screen where it says push the start button, I don't know. Look, I'm not one to criticize Walt Disney. I'm just saying he's been dead a long time. I don't think he would have done this. So, step 1, credits. Press for credits. Where were we? Okay. Step 2, play. Press start to play. Simple enough, right? So it's as easy as that, folks. Now, the only other thing that they really did to change the cabinet was they put a power switch up on the front of it. And it looks like they've done that on most of the games if you look at the pictures and stuff. Don't know why, but that's what they did. They must have thought that maybe some of the guests would want the ability to reset the game if it was screwed up or something. Now, when we got this, it was screwed up. The monitor looked really bad, so we rebuilt the monitor, got it looking good, and then there was a problem with the bugs. So see how it says, see how you're getting these little aliens coming on the screen, and see how they're pointing down, like they're coming at you, like in the game. The way this game board works is that those are called sprites. They are, movable objects. Okay, and then once it's in the gameplay, I will show you here in a second. Okay, when they're up there, notice how they're the other way around. Now watch when they start flying. They turn upside down. Right? So when they're up in the formation, they're actually part of the background. I may have, on the title screen, they may have been pointing that way. Anyway, but whenever they're up in the formation, they're actually part of the background. And whenever they jump out and come at you, they're now sprites. Okay, so the problem I was having with the board was these sprites on the title screen were all wrong. They were missing their wings and stuff, and they were all just one color. So one was red, one was blue, one was purple, and one was yellow, I think. And all the other stuff, the armor and everything on them was gone. And then whenever you played the game, and whenever the attract mode played, the ones in the formation all looked fine, but as soon as they took off and came at you, they turned into the ones like on the screen where they were missing all their armor. And I tracked it down to this one little chip was acting up. Swapped it, and here we are. It was one of the chips that feeds one of the first and second RAM. I can't remember the chip number, but anyway, just in case you were interested. So we fixed that, got the board up and running. I don't know, the thing was still playing, so if you ever went, I would be very interested to hear, is my whole point of this. I'd be very interested to hear if anybody played this at Disney Quest in Orlando, and if you did, was it screwed up? Do you remember if the bugs didn't look right or the monitor was messed up? If you do, I'd be happy to know that, and to know that I fixed it. So that's what we got. I'll set up the tripod. We'll play it a little bit. It plays just like the other Galaxians, but we'll play it a little bit and have a little bit of fun. It's a cool game. Okay, so we're going to act like we're at Disney World. We'll see if I'm any better at this one than I was at the last couple of them that I played. So on the last one, I kept trying to get 5,000 points on the cocktail version that's sitting here beside me. I kept trying to get 5,000 points to get an extra man, but on this one, I don't think you even get, I don't know if they have it set where you get 5,000 points, where you get an extra man at 5,000 points. So we'll have to see if we can get an extra guy. All right, so the little Mickey ears say press this to get a credit, and then press this to start. I think I figured out last time, didn't I, that you want to kind of wait till they're coming down at you because you get more points. That's a little more dangerous. Yeah, we're going to go back to spraying and praying. I might have to get better at my aiming. And you know, you've only got one shot too. If your bullet's still on the screen, you can't shoot again. I love how the swarm, the sound slows down whenever there's less of them. Here how there's less going on now. Ooh. Hey, I can't just try to snipe them because that ain't working for me. I'm gonna have to try to get rid of more of them. You sucker. Come on, you sucker. I ain't scared. I ain't never scared. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh. Uh-oh. Sometimes they get you caught over near. I got my 5,000 points. I never got that on the cocktail, no matter what I did. But I did not get an extra man. What the crap? You see what's going on here? Walt Disney had his game set up to rip people off where you couldn't even get an extra man. think since it was on free play that they would have it where you can get an extra man. I mean, come on. It's on free play. It's not like you're making any money off of it. Now I'm up to 7,000. Still no extra man. I saw it coming in slow-mo, people. All right, 7,610. That's not bad. That's a lot better than I did on the cocktail version. Why am I better at the Disney one than the cocktail version, but why is the Disney one set where it doesn't give me a free man? What's that all about? All right, so I'm gonna try to be a little more aggressive. That waiting around for him to hit you wasn't working for me. Missed him. Well, not gonna do that. Watch them all come down. They're all going to come down. I can see it coming. No. Ooh. Yeah. 2720 in the first board. Is that about, that's about what I got the first time, wasn't it? Missed him. Damn it. Damn it. I wanted to get those two stacked up. Ooh, that about got me again, man. My timing. I got to get better with my timing. Down to my last base. Is that what they call it? Flagship. My last flag. What do they call it? That helped a little bit. You cannot hide in the corner on this or Galaga. They will get you. I try to just stay in the middle. As you can tell, I'm not a great player, though. But I try to stay in the middle so I can at least dodge a little bit, you know? All right, I might be able to beat my previous score. What do you think? I see room for improvement. If I can get out of this corner. close. It's kind of hard to hit them in formation too, because you're like, see how I keep missing? It's a little easier to hit them when they're coming at you, but they're attacking too, you know. So all right, I beat it. Oh man, I didn't think he was going to drop that third one. I thought I could get by it. A little better, 82-10. Okay, but I did real bad that time because I get killed like twice just like that. So let's see if I can do just a little better. We'll play it one more time. Yeah, that's what's up. See how that time he only did 2? Usually they only do 2. Well, messed that whole armada. Maybe it's this one does 3. No, he did 2 too. Okay, so I'm definitely got more points on this one because I got the 3 guys both times. See, he did 3. You see it? $37-10 on the first board. That's pretty decent for me, at least, you know. He did 3 again. Did you see that? Oh. Saw it coming in slow motion. It was like time stopped. Ooh, barely. Barely, people. Barely. He about had me, that yellow one. So he did 3 again. I need to figure out why he does that. I guess it's just when you get a little farther along, that's what he starts doing. All right, 61-70, and I got 2 men left. Could I make it to 10? I don't know if you folks know this that are watching this, but there are many people, old school gamers out there, who feel that Galaxian is a better game than Galaga. Now, I'm not going to go with that. I'm not going to go just completely off the reservation yet and say that. But it is a cool game. I mean, I think a lot of people get the idea in their head that Galaga is superior in every way, but that's not necessarily true. It's like Galaga 3. Galaga 3 has a lot more going on than Galaga, but is Galaga 3 a better game than Galaga? Not necessarily, right? I don't think you'd find many people that think Galaga 3 is better than Galaga. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. They got me in the corner. I'm back out. Oh, and he did the Galaga move. Oh, wow. I didn't know they could even do that. He spun back around and came back at me like they do on Galaga. Ooh, and then he clipped me. Man, they are getting more aggressive. All right, I got to try to break 10. I'm just trying to stay out of the way. There's some intelligence to the way they do the formations too. Look how they send the minions and then they stack it so that the tough guys come up too. Boy, I could really use that extra man that Walt Disney stole from me right about now. All right, 11,820. That's pretty good. I like that. I did pretty good there. So there you have it, people. Hey, let this be a lesson to you. Don't give up on Galaxian yet. Maybe we ought to go back and play some of these earlier ones that we think have been, you know, superseded by a better game. Galaga's great. I'm not saying that Galaxian is necessarily better than Galaga. I'm just saying, you know. Here, I'll prove to you that I like Galaga, right? So there's Galaxian. There's the other Galaxian, and then what? What? What is this? What? Holy crap. There's a damn Galaga right here. What the? Look at it. It's on free play. It was a lot faster. I'll give them that. Oh, if you haven't seen me play Galaga, I don't believe in getting the second ship, also known as them taking one of your ships. I just like all the thought that went into designing these games. Like on this one, you saw when we were playing Galaxian, you could only have one bullet on the screen at a time. But in Galaga, you can have 2 bullets on the screen at one time. There he is. Look, he's trying to steal one of my men. Hell no, we won't go. Now, that screws you on the challenging stage. Basically, you're not going to get the points on the challenging stage, but in my opinion, it saves you one of your men. And Galaga's music is definitely better. But they don't have the swarm. They don't have the boo going on the whole time. Look at him. Trying to steal my man again. Go to hell. Look at him. Look at him. Missed him. You want the little goldfish thing. Ah, man, I still missed him. Will it still give me the points? I don't think it will. Oh, man, he's after me. I can't get the points still. There's no way. Did I kill the other two? Nope. There's my points. There's my points. Hey, at least I got one, right? Is this moving too fast? Or am I just... I think my eyes are used to Galaxian because we've been playing it for a while. Look how fast the damn stars are moving. Let me out of this corner. Oh, they got me on the crossover. You see him? You see him going for my man? Missed him. Damn it. Chasing them points, that's how they always get you. When you get greedy, you get dealt with. is it moving? Look how fast it is. Is that how fast it moves? Am I just used to Galaxian because I've been playing it for a while? The bugs seem the right speed, but the Starfield seems faster. I don't know. I might have to go play it on a multi-game or something and see if that's how it is on the multi-game. Oh man, he hit me with the okey doke. Damn it. That's that. That's that. They got me with the, when they did this number right here with that. All right, folks, so there you have it. Yeah, look at that. The Starfield, like on Galaxian, it's very slow. So I think I was just used to that from playing the Galaxian. So there you have it, folks. That is, or at least the beginning of the video, was Disney World's Galaxian from Disney Quest, and played a little bit of Galaga too, because hey, why not? Leave your comments below. Tell us what you think about the video. Make sure and give us a thumbs up for taking the trouble to film it for you. Hanging out with you a little bit tonight, right? And if you're interested in buying an arcade game, all of the ones that we have available are on our website. Go to lionsarcade.com. We've got a whole room full of games at most times. And they're all on our website, lionsarcade.com. Now, you can come by and see us, too, if you're in anywhere near us. We're in downtown Rock Hill, South Carolina. And like I said, we've got a whole building full of games for sale. You can stop by and see what we're working on, because we're always working on something. Working on some pinballs tonight. But if you can't come by and see us, because you don't live anywhere near here, and you don't want to buy one, so you're not going to go on our crummy website, well, that's fine. Just subscribe to us here on YouTube. And every time we get in another cool arcade game, we will film it for you. So leave your comments below. Give us a thumbs up to, you know, spread this around YouTube a little bit. And we will see you on the next video.